Good evening, Mr. Nelson Correa. My name is Stacy Escobar, and today I'm going to discuss a little bit about bilingualism or bilingual education, the topic that we already discussed. What I remember about this topic is that bilingualism is the ability that a person has to communicate in two languages fluently. Also, that bilingual education provides better academic achievement, and that there are many aspects to take into account when talking about bilingual education. For example, the didactic materials that teachers uses a teacher uses. For example, I'm taking practicant in I am teaching in the public system to third and sixth grade. So all that the edited material is by is created by my aunt. So all the worksheets that I used to pay it because sometimes the students cannot afford it, so I have to do it. And also you cannot include worksheets every day because the students cannot afford it. I use just flashcards, and sometimes I use speakers to play songs or to include some videos or songs in my lessons. But I cannot use a computer or a data show because the institutions don't support you, or the institution cannot provide everything. Instead of bilingual educations, I remember that a classmate mentioned that if they provides you almost everything, like if technology is another important part in bilingual education. So they include, or they provides you computer data shows, and almost every student has a computer. And also you don't have problems with the didactic materials because uh, they have like the parental support. So they provides everything, they pay for everything because they have the best education for their children. And instead of in public education, the parental support is affected because they cannot afford it, and there are low income students. So um, that's complicated in this part. And also in bilingual education we have to keep in mind policy issues of the institutions. For example, if you work with a religious institution, you have to pray it every day, or not every day, but at least you have to include some passages from the Bible and make references from the Bible in your lessons. And so you have to know this and respect the topics, or if you want to teach a topic, you need to have the permission from the institution if it is appropriate or suitable for the students if you are working in a religious school. Also, the corporal punishment, you cannot touch any child. So at all times you have to keep in mind this, that you have to be very careful when you find yourself in a pickle, or when you have a problem with a child or the students. I don't know. So you have to be very careful and talk with your boss. Also is we need to, if we want to work, or if we are going to work in bilingual education, or in bilingual schools, the first language is English, and the second one is Spanish. So all the subjects, almost all the subjects are taught in English. For example, literature, science, and they use just the language, the English language, to transmit other things. For example, they just use as a bridge, right? So that's basically what I remembered about this topic. Um, well, you have to note like the childhood code, the children's rights, and the laws of the institution in order to support your arguments in case you can have troubles with students.